Hello my friends.
We are delighted to welcome you to the Barrens.
Hearthstone players from all corners of Azeroth are arriving at the Goblin port city of Ratchet, hoping to be the first to enter the Barrens to find powerful artifacts.
The Broken Keel Tavern is particularly popular in the city, a place where players can take a breather and hear gossip about new cards from Innkeeper Wily. As always, the Out of Cards and Hearthstone Top Decks community tables are quite popular. Players order a glass of Thunder Ale or Cherry Grog and join the discussion. They talk about survival in the Barrens, potential card combinations, and most importantly, everyone has the opportunity to rate new cards.
I secretly infiltrated the tavern and carefully wrote down the overall ratings for all cards. Then, introducing myself as a viewer, I managed to record the thoughts of card predictor Regis Kilbin. I have carefully written down his rating for each new card.
Based on the ratings from players, we have determined the expected power factor for each card.
After that, we divided all the cards into different categories according to a 5-star rating. And as the icing on the cake, we've added the rating from a popular expert. Thus, in the next 10 minutes you will see all the cards that deserve your attention.
Let's jump straight to the list of the potentially best epic cards.
As you can see, players have high hopes for Wildfire.
Players always get some awful cards in each set. Here are 4 epic cards that didn't make the top 20. South Sea Scoundrel got the least amount of points. In general, these are some of the worst cards in the expansion. Please don't forget that these are just community guesses. Remember, the community often overestimates the value of some cards, and vice versa.
Now let's take a look at the top 20 potentially best legendary cards.
Players are confident that the new expansion contains a large number of potentially powerful legendary cards. Scab's Cutterbutter has been predicted to not only be the best legendary card in the Barrens, but the best card of the whole set in general. This card has an incredibly powerful effect and may turn Rogue into the leader of the metagame.
Here are the top 5 cards that failed to impress players. Kargil Battlescar is the absolute leader of this list. The rest of the cards are not that bad and have potential.
Now let's very quickly look at all class cards. Demon Hunter got tools to synergize with Death Rattles. I wonder if this will be enough for Death Rattle Demon Hunter to appear in wild mode. In addition, the class received a unique sigil spell mechanic. But these new cards didn't really impress the players.
Next in line is Druid. It looks like the developers are trying to resurrect the Taunt Druid archetype. An important feature of the class should be the use of nature spells. The Druid was lucky to get the best Frenzy minion. Hunter has received more Beast synergy. According to players, the best Hunter card in the set is Pak Kodo.
Mage has received several tools to incentivize using their hero power. In addition, there are several cards that may help resurrect the Freeze archetype. Mages are one of the leaders of this compendium. Paladin will benefit from using holy spells. In addition, the class has received an unusual way of interacting with secrets thanks to Cannonmaster Smythe.
The main idea for Priest in the new expansion is healing, healing and more healing. In addition, new cards give you nice bonuses when healing. The worst card according to the community is Soothsayer's Caravan.
Rogue has received several unusual tools. For example, the spell Yoink allows you to rent another hero power for a short time at a very favorable price. Furthermore, thanks to Paralytic Poison, rogues will be able to deal damage while being immune to damage themselves. Shaman got a very powerful legendary Murloc. It looks like we're guaranteed to see Murloc Shaman again. In addition, Shamans will draw strength from nature spells to inflict maximum damage.
At the same time, Warlock is counting on the help of shadow spells. The main expansion concept for Warlocks is to empty their deck. According to the results of the last compendium, Warlock received the best expansion card. Ticadus caused unstoppable hype. This time, the Warlock was much less fortunate. According to community ratings, he received the worst cards in the expansion.
And finally Warrior. This class received a lot of support for the new Frenzy mechanic. Should we expect a Frenzy Warrior? The best new card for Warriors is Outrider's Axe.
Before we talk about the next category of cards, we want to say a few words about our animated film Rise of the Dragon. I'm a big fan of the League of Explorers and Reform Confrontation.
For the first time, all the expansions of the Year of the Dragon were united by one plot, and it was a huge inspiration for me. We saw a ton of cool trailers, interesting adventures and even a very unusual brawl that I loved with all my iron heart. Team 5 has proven that the card game can tell a compelling story. Throughout the year, I carefully collected all the materials into one big film and also created animation scenes to fill in the gaps. This is the craziest and most difficult project I've ever done.
Unfortunately, we did not manage to fulfill the goal of getting 77,000 subscribers on the channel and thus hold the premiere earlier.
Dear friends, let's get together and say goodbye to our favorite heroes and villains in standard mode. The premiere will come very soon.
Now let's get back to the cards. We have collected the top 9 coolest common and rare neutral cards. Players have nominated Lushwater Mercenary, Kindling Elemental and Horde Operative as the best cards in this category.
A few words about an interesting neutral mechanic that failed to convince players of its effectiveness: Watchposts. Watchposts are minions that have good stats but cannot attack. Instead, they activate a special effect after specific opponent actions. Kargil Battlescar additionally rewards players for playing each Watchpost. I doubt that this strategy is competitive enough, but the idea itself is very cool. I would like to see more new cards like this in the future.
It's time to summarize. The revealed cards impressed players much more than before. Players note a significant reduction in cards with random effects. New strategies are much more predictable.
Could the new expansion be the best yet?
In my opinion, the Baron set as a whole shows an average level of power. The impact of the new set is impossible to predict, as a large number of strong basic and classic cards are leaving standard. By the way, don't forget to learn some important facts that will prepare you for these dramatic changes. Perhaps after the expansion's release, it will be time for cards from the Darkmoon Faire to shine, Or maybe the Scholomance Academy cards will still dominate the meta. Perhaps something completely unpredictable will happen.
We want to draw your attention to one very important fact. Over the past 3 years, the first set of the year has never influenced the matter for very long.
The overall popularity of cards from Witchwood was low immediately after release due to the dominance of Kobolds and Catacombs. A year later, we saw a very successful release of Rise of Shadows, but players quickly lost interest in these cards after the release of each new expansion. Another year later, Ashes of Outland was released. This set showed dominance in the metagame thanks to the hype popularity of Demon Hunter, but after a few months it lost its former greatness and passed the pedestal to Descent of Dragons. Typically, the second or third set of the year contains the largest number of useful cards. Will Forged and the Barons break this pattern? We will find out very soon.
But in any case, you should use your resources wisely.
To help you with this, we are preparing a new video about the rewards track in which we will reveal all the hidden secrets of the new reward system. Stay with us.
Finally, we want to ask you a few new questions. What do you think of the new set as a whole?
What are your impressions of the new cards? And our second question, what is your rewards track level?
Leave some comments, and join the vote on our community tab.
We will be extremely grateful to you for liking and subscribing to the channel as well as for turning on all notifications using the bell icon. You can also join our squad of loyal patrons and help us create new videos.
Dear friends, from all of my robotic heart, thank you so much for any kind of support.
Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for being with us.
And special thanks to Chris for his invaluable help.
We will definitely meet in a new video. Good luck.
Okay, cut.
Oh, are you still here? Thank you very much for watching this video to the end. As a bonus, we've left a short teaser from our movie just for you. See you.
Northrend is warmer than I thought.
Reno, we're in Ungoro Crater.
I mean, I thought it was Northrend.
This is all a misunderstanding. We took a wrong portal.
The portal spell was in cursive! It was hard to read.
We're in danger. Aren't you tired of dinosaurs yet, Bran?
Never! Reno, do the honors. Probably understand.